Hello there, friends, and welcome to the $1,000,000 Message, and happy Fearless Friday. This is Tiffany Stout getting to fill in for you today for the fabulous Callie DeBlander Brigham, and I am so excited to be on here with you today and to share. And I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to our $1,000,000 messengers and all of the guest messengers that come on from time to time and just express my gratitude and appreciation for all that you do and how much you pour into us, because, man, this Mary Kay world is so beyond blessed. Thankful doesn't even begin to describe the immense gratitude that we all have for all of you for pouring into us every single day. So thank you, and I'm just so honored to get to be a part of it. Today I wanted to talk to you about accountability. I know it's a topic that I think that a lot of us don't love the word for some reason. I don't know why it gets a bad rap. I don't know why, but the word accountability sometimes carries this negative connotation to it. Do you disagree? I don't know. I feel like when we hear the word accountable, we kind of grumble like, oh no, like there's that word. But I want you to look at it in a new way. I want you to embrace accountability and understand really what it's all about. I feel like we're wired from birth to have these expectations on us and to be told what to do and to always be accountable to someone, really. Okay, right? So listen, we're born and our parents, they tell us, don't do that, don't put that in your mouth, don't climb on that, don't do this, or come over here, put your shoes on. We're always being told what to do, and we're expected to do it. And then we go to school, and our teachers, they tell us, everyone sit down, everyone be quiet, don't touch your neighbor next to you, don't do this, pay attention, blah, blah, blah. And they're always telling us what to do, and we know what's expected. And then we grow up, and we get a job, and our boss tells us, all right, here's your deadline, and do this, and this is when you need to be here, and this is when you could take a vacation, and here's the rules, and here's what you got to do. And so we have all of these things imposed on us our whole life, and then we come into Mary Kay, and it's like a free-for-all. It's like, hey, girl, you get to be your own boss, make your own rules, make your own hours, do whatever you want whenever you want. There's no accountability. Well, there is, but only if you accept it, right? And so I think that's a hard thing for us. We sometimes still need people to tell us what to do because we are so hardwired. We are so conditioned to being told what to do for our whole lives. And then in Mary Kay, when someone tells us what to do, sometimes we rebel and we're like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do it this way. I want to do it my way because I can, right? And yes, you absolutely can. But I do want you to think about what benefit could some accountability in my Mary Kay business have for my goals and my dreams and my future? Because it does play a role. I truly believe that. So I want to take you back a couple decades ago when I ran my very first marathon. Now, I had this goal. I wanted to run a marathon. I don't know why. I don't know what crazy juice I was drinking, but I thought, I want to run a marathon. And I knew that I couldn't do it by myself. That if I just said I was going to run a marathon and I just Googled, which I don't even know if Google was around back then, to be honest, but if I just Googled marathon training plan and I printed it out and put it, taped it to my wall, I don't know that I would have stuck with it because it was just me and my goal. But it wasn't until I joined a group, until I joined an organization where they had a training plan laid out for me and assigned me a group of random people who became friends, and we were training together. And because I felt accountable to them, I would show up on a Saturday morning and go for that long run when I really didn't feel like it, but I made a commitment to do it, and I had people that were holding me accountable to doing it. And so I think that's just an example of what this accountability role can play in our lives. I still do love working out, but my marathon days are behind me. But I love my Peloton, and I heard one of my Peloton instructors say something that kind of clicked for me. And she said, our brains want to stay comfortable, but our hearts want to show us what is possible, right? So our brains sometimes, you know, when I had to get up early in the morning, 5 o'clock to go on that 16-mile training run, my brain was like, no, I want to stay in this bed and be comfortable. But my heart was saying, no, this is possible. You can do this. You can accomplish this goal. You can run this marathon. And so sometimes we have to pay attention to that. It's this paradox between our heart and our head. Our heart longs for something, but our brain tries to talk us out of it. It's like the little devil's advocate. You know the little devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder, right? That little picture we have. Well, the angel is our heart and the devil is our brain, tempting us to not follow through what we desire, what we want. And it's trying to talk us out of making the choices that are best for us and that are going to lead us to making our dreams come true. And what I've noticed is that the most successful people are able to silence those voices in their head, and they know that those voices don't serve them or their purpose. We all have them. I know you all do because I do. And so we can't listen to those voices. We have to make the choices that are best for us and that come from our heart and not from what our head is telling us to feel. We have to take personal responsibility for the dreams that we have and be willing to do what it takes even when we don't feel like it. We have to be accountable to ourselves. So this is where accountability comes in. The first thing that accountability is, and I'm sorry if you can hear my kids yelling at each other because we're in the car driving and they're not getting along right now. So they're not listening to their heart. They're listening to their head and what their head wants right now. So there are 5 things that accountability is, okay, to me. First, it's following through with a commitment. You know, following through. When I said I want to run this marathon, I had to get up and I had to run. I had to do it. I had to get out and I had to make those choices, even if I didn't want to. It's following through what you say you want, even long past that moment when you made that decision. You've got this, it's stronger than a commitment. You can make a commitment all day long, but until you do something about that commitment, it doesn't even matter. So that accountability is going to be what you need. The second thing is it's responsibility. Accountability is a responsibility. It's following through on your responsibilities. It is also ownership. The third thing is that it's ownership. It is owning what you want. The fourth thing is that it's self-awareness. It's self-awareness. It's knowing and being so fully aware of who you are and what you're about, what you are capable of accomplishing. And number 5, I really think that accountability is maturity. It shows that you are mature. It shows that you can be counted on to others and to yourself. What accountability is not is placing blame on others when you don't reach your goals. It is also not laziness. It's not making excuses. It is not jealousy. And it is definitely not being micromanaged. Being accountable to someone else actually shows a willingness to trust and to be coached and to be humble and to grow up and to be led so that we can become better leaders. So where in your life can you use a little more accountability? Are you willing today, right now, to reach out to your director or to your national or to your power partner or to your best friend, someone who feeds you, someone who gives you life? And are you willing to give her permission to hold you accountable to what it is that you say that you want? If you have a leader in your life who holds you accountable, consider yourself blessed, because that means that they believe in you and that they love you and that they are willing to tell you what you need to hear, even when you might not want to hear it. You know, it might not always be comfortable, but accountability is worth it. When your heart and your head are aligned, I believe that you will fully accept and welcome accountability, because it is the key that is going to get you the results that you desire. I hope that this message has blessed you today and that you will open your heart up to being held accountable to yourself and to someone who you trust, who has your best interest in mind. I believe in you all. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.